So just the last little thing that I want to touch on is training classes. I mentioned a little bit that, I'm kicked up my eyeliner trainings this year. And there's been a lot of, I am on Facebook, and I'm not that active. I don't post a lot or anything like that, but I'm in a lot of the boards and I read a lot because I like to keep I like to stay in the know. I like to know what's going on in PMU. I like to know what the artists are saying, what they're experimenting, what they're doing. And so I am in a lot of the groups and I peruse them. And one of the topics that's coming up a lot lately, and there's a lot of anger and angst behind the comments, is the type of trainings that are going on in the industry. I think, I think what's going on in PMU is it's almost like some people are trying to take PMU and move it over into the beauty industry. And PMU, permanent makeup, is not part of the beauty industry. Do we make women beautiful? Yes, we do. But it's not a part of the PMU beauty industry. PMU is a part of the tattoo industry. Do we overlap into the beauty industry? Yeah, I think we do. I certainly think we do. Do a lot of beauty professionals take a look at the PMU industry and think that it's for them and they cross over into PMU? Yes. And I think that's a wonderful thing. But PMU is not a beauty treatment. It is a tattoo. And where I'm headed with this is trainings. The trainings have gotten almost to like multi-marketing, level type trainings and advertisements. A lot of the marketing to lure people in to learn PMU or to train with them is, this promise of a 6-figure income. Come learn PMU, or come train at my studio and, make 6 figures, make $100,000 income. And I think that's the big lie right now in PMU. Can you make that kind of money in permanent makeup? Of course you can. But just because you train with that particular trainer does not mean that you're going to make a 6-figure income. No trainer, no training class, no training curriculum can make that guarantee to you or anybody. And, permanent makeup takes years to learn, not days, weeks, or months. Years to learn and master. Is probably about a 5-year learning curve to where at the 5-year mark, if you're full-time or pretty full-time, you're doing multiple procedures a week. About 5 years is when you've worked on all the different skin types. Anything that could go wrong has gone wrong. You've corrected it, you fixed it. And you're versatile. You really understand depth, needle, pigments, movements. It takes about 5 years, you guys. And the promise of a 6-figure income, what needs to take place in order for a young PMU artist to make $100,000 a year, a full book of clientele? That's what needs to happen. And you're going to get a full book of clientele once your portfolio is, diverse and your marketing is on point and you're being seen, right? The public is finding you in your area. They're looking at beautiful work, beautiful pictures of your work, and they're booking with you. You've built a clientele, and all that takes years. It takes time. So, and right now we all know that the economy is it's not great. And building a clientele right now is harder than it has been in a very, very, very long time. There's a lot of PMU artists in every city and every state. And, and the competition for clients has gotten, very competitive. And I think, and right now the industry is a little bit slower. So, just be careful, you guys, out there. You don't want to pick a trainer because they're promising you're going to make a 6-figure income. You don't want to pick a trainer because they're driving, an $80,000 car, or they're wearing a Rolex, or, things like that. That's not, those are not the attributes you should be looking for in a trainer. You want to be looking at portfolios at work. You want to be looking, you want to make sure that they give really good support. You want to make sure that students have a really good experience there. You want to be looking at their skill level, first as an artist and then as a teacher and trainer. That's what you want to be looking at, and pick a good trainer. So just be aware of that, and be picky. This is your career. If you've chosen permanent makeup as your career, this is your life. This is your hard-earned money. This is your life. And don't pick a trainer just because they're promising you like all this money. I see a lot more artists, and this is what was on, this particular thread. I mean, they had over 400 comments in the course of a day on this particular thread about this type of training. And I think it's offensive. It's starting to be really offensive to artists on the type of marketing that's going on regarding training. And I saw a lot of anger, a lot of anger, and a lot of PMU artists, were on this post commenting on the things promised to them, and how, nothing happened, everything fell through, and now they have to quit PMU. They thought it was going to be easy. They thought it was going to be easy. And I think that's the way it's being marketed by some people, that it's easy. You can just walk in, you can take like a 3-day class, or take my class, and you can make, $100,000 a year. And it's being marketed as easy. Can all those things happen? Yes. But it's not easy. It takes really hard work, and it takes time to get there. It takes time to get there, and it should take time to get there. It should, right? Everything worth having, it takes time. It takes time, to nurture and to cultivate and to build. I think the three things that makes a PMU artist successful is hunger. You need to be hungry. You need to be hungry. Discipline and commitment. Got to have that. You can be motivated. That's great. But motivation doesn't always show up for you, right? There's a lot of days, a lot of times we are just not motivated. We're tired. And that's when discipline kicks in, right? So when we're not feeling motivated, discipline needs to kick in. So hunger, discipline and commitment, and expertise. Those are the three attributes that a PMU artist needs to have in order to be successful, especially starting out. And then you can get there. You can absolutely get there. I did, and so many others have. So you can too. But hey, I'm here to tell you, you got to do it the old-fashioned way, like the rest of us did. And it just hurts me. It bothers me seeing some of these artists being bamboozled that way. So a lot of artists now, they're looking for apprenticeships. They're looking for long-term apprenticeships. We just launched our 6-month paid training program. And I only wanted 3, and it filled up just like that. And I thought it was going to be Vegas people. I thought it was going to be three people from Vegas that wanted to get into PMU and signed up for our 6-month training program, and it wasn't. We had one from North Carolina. She's relocating here. One from Ohio, relocated here, and we have one that drives in from California every other week. And so, and when I asked all of them why, why would you relocate, here, I was flattered. I'm so happy they did, but I was curious as to why. And every single one of them answered, there's no training. There's no training. It's just 2 and 3 day classes. And they were 3 people that just felt a long-term training program was going to be more beneficial. And 2 of them felt so strongly about that, they relocated out here. And one's driving in, like I said, from California every other week. So we do have a 6-month training program here at Girlz Inc. Anybody listening? I'm only take 5 at any one time. When they're full, they're full. And the next opening will be when someone graduates in 6 months. But we also launched a 3-month, what we call do-over. And that's someone that has taken a full training. Maybe you've taken an apprenticeship, you've done a bunch of training, and you're still stuck. You still feel you need a lot of help. And so we put together a 3-month training program. And then, of course, we have all our private and customized one-on-one classes going on all of 2023. So, yeah. So, I think the last few months of reading all these Facebook posts, getting all these heartbreaking emails, and just watching what's going on in the industry with training, it made Kat and I really wanted to focus on training and make training more available, and we've done that. So I'm really proud of our training programs that we're offering here at Girlz Inc. And I think they're going to be really beneficial to those that take advantage of them. Okay, that's it. Those are my predictions for 2023. I think they're going to come true. Notice I made no personal predictions, right? Because that one viewer, she didn't want to hear anything personal, right? So just for her, I'm not going to divulge any of my personal, what are they called? Predictions. Yeah. But anyway, I like to leave with usually a quote or a saying, something to think about. And so I thought this was kind of appropriate for today. And that is, don't ever compare your version of real life to someone else's controlled online content, right? That's something to think about. All right. So I hope you all enjoyed this episode of A Tatter-a-fact. You can watch us on YouTube, stream us on Spotify, Podcast Addict, iTunes, and Buzzsprout. And thank you for all the questions, engagement, following, love, and even, what do we call that kind of comment?
Constructive criticism.
Constructive criticism. That's exactly how I took it. And I even appreciated you. And that comment that I talk a little bit too much about my personal life. Because, yeah, I know I can ramble sometimes. So I appreciate all of you. I really, really do. We all do here at Girlz Inc. So thank you. Have a good rest of your day. And we will see you next time.